Mouse right button. Kimberly V. Our Revelio can sometimes help reveal the solution to a difficult magic puzzle. Map. Flow flames. Level. Quests. Quests. The Daedalian keys. Potions class. The next class I'm level. Escape. Lumos. Utility. Expelliar Myths. Damage. Disarms wands and weapons from most enemies who wield them. Also deals damage to all enemies, even if they do not carry a weapon.
Someone says something, it's only because they want something.
Level. Map. Map. The exit. Potions class. J. Open quest log. U. The astronomy wing. Collection chests. 0 out of 5. The astronomy wing.
Shouldn't there be auras or someone from the ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade?
Professor Black would never allow that. It would make him look completely incompetent.
Space bar. Slap. Escape. Back.
Got it. Revelio.
Memorandum. Date, 31st of December, 1875. Firm, Error Office. Subject, Borgen and Burks. Borgen and Burks has had an increased amount of activity outside of ordinary shop hours, particularly in the wee hours of the night, with suspicious deliveries being made to the shop's back entrance. Given what we know of the shop's reputation, we are adding more orders to join those that have already been watching the shop. You are amongst the new additions. Further instruction to follow. Escape. Back.
Revelio.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wigan-Weld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wigan-Weld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin. Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. You must stir your cauldron in the correct direction. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous. I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of a goblin.
Professor Sharp said that Wigan-Weld potion can treat injuries. Hope I never need it.
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror. I wish he talked about it more.
I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
You heard correctly. Why do you want to know?
Yes, but why does that matter to you?
Brilliant! And it matters because you can be a part of something truly creative. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
I can get you that feather. I'm not sure that's a good idea. I can get you
I'll get you the Fwooper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
A well-prepared witch or wizard always
Revelio.
Remember, precision is key when brewing potions.
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you! This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Edurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Should you chop the Dittany or crush it?
potions station.
Wrong
Brew
answer could
potions
result
for
in the
Edurus potion.
unfortunate loss of your eyebrows.
A potion that enhances the drinker's defense by covering them with a durable rocky skin. Edurus potion. A potion that enhances the drinker's defense by covering them with a durable rocky skin. Brewing time. 30s. Yield. 1 bottle. Escape. Back.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and... That's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to... Ah! Get it! Oh! Potato! Dragon Dog! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again. Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
I brewed an Edurus potion, as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I'm sorry about that. I don't know what you mean. I'm sorry about that.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical, given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all. I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
I was impressed that you were able to answer Professor Sharp's question about the Wiggenweld potion.
Oh, you're the new student. I've heard much about you. Thank you. I'm Amit, by the way. Pleasure, truly. And I've never seen anyone brew such a flawless Wiggenweld potion on their first try. Well done.
I was relieved. Professor Sharp seemed to disagree. I was relieved.
Professor Sharp didn't seem as impressed as you are.
Don't take it personally. Professor Sharp wouldn't be impressed by a troll reciting the tales of Beetle the Bard backwards. And in gobbledygook. A fascinating language, by the way. Neither here nor there, really, but I am a self-taught speaker. Merlin's beard, good conversation is the enemy of free time. I must return my book, Gateway to the Far Stars, before my next class. Speaking of stars, we'll be in astronomy together. You'll love it. Professor Shaw is firm, but quite clever. See you soon, no doubt.
Greetings, young Slytherin. Scrope knows about the old book you found for Professor Fig. Scrope can help you. And you can help Scrope get to the courtyard past the pendulum. If you don't know it, you'll see it easy enough. And don't tell anyone what you're up to.
2 pinches of angelic
Especially Professor Black.
Map. The Astronomy U. Scrope's Last Hope. Level 13. Inventory. Quest items. House token. Notes. Letter to Fig from Resources. 5. Resources. Notes. Resources. 10. Level. Gear. Face wear. Quidditch goggles. Neckwear. Natural beige scarf. Sienna bloom scarf. Equipped item. Face wear. Level. Quests. Collections. Ingredients. 9 out of 16. Ashwinder eggs. Settings. Quests. Scrope's Last Hope. The Daedalian Keys. It looks like my house chest has room for more tokens. I should look for more Daedalian keys around Hogwarts. Mouse right button. Collections.
I spent all night working on my history of magic.
Could you remind me how the Daedalian keys work again?
When you spot or hear a flying key, you're to follow it back to its cabinet. Inserting it in the lock is the tricky part. I hope you follow some. If you open a cabinet, I'd love to know what you find, if anything.
Just when I think I'm finished with my schoolwork, I remember another assignment. If it's not 12 inches of parchment for potions, it's 20 inches for charms. I tried telling Hecate that someone cast Evanesco on my assignment. She said,
Level. Quests. No assignment. Level 13. Challenges.
of Hogwarts. He's not behind me, is he? I don't think a single student likes Professor.
You miserable lout! Your sister has been in Chicago for 3 days.
Revelio.
Haunted toilets.
Revelio.
Scrope knows about that book you found. Is it missing something? Scrope does not believe it is safe to speak out in the open. Scrope has left another note, across the bridge, among the circle of rocks. Take care. Tell no one about this. Escape. Back.
Scrope? Who is Scrope? Revelio.
The Well of Four Beasts. Level 13. Map. Flames locations. The South Wing. Exit. The South Wing. The South Wing. Hogwarts South exit. Our Revelio will clearly highlight nearby. Our Revelio can sometimes help reveal the solution to a difficult magic puzzle.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Revelio. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Levioso. Accio. Lumos. Expelliarmus. Revelio. Levioso. Accio. Expelliarmus.
Almost there. Head for the pumpkins, just down from the stone circle. Look inside one of them. You may be able to help poor, broken-hearted Scrope.
Pumpkins. Oh, I think I know just the place. Revelio. Expelliarmus.
The young Slytherin must be exceptionally curious by now. Meet Scrope at the water's edge, by the broken docks. Escape. Back.
Down to the water's edge. This had better not be a trick.
Thank you for coming all this way. The name's Scrope. Scrope serves the headmaster. Been in the Black family for years. Apologies for the abundance of notes. Scrope wanted to be sure you weren't followed.
What's this all about? Your notes mentioned the book I found in the restricted section.
Scrope can tell you more in exchange for your help, but no one, especially the headmaster, can know.
Of course. What can I do for you? I'd rather not risk trouble with Black. Happy to undermine authority if it benefits me. I'd rather not risk. Of course. What can I do for you? I'd rather not risk trouble with. Of course.
Happy to help, especially if you can shed light on the book.
Scrope is grateful. Scrope's late mistress, Apollonia Black, may she rest in peace, was a student at Hogwarts over 50 years ago. Before she died, she spoke with passion of pages ripped from a book. Scrope suspects she took them to her private grotto. She was delirious at the end, poor thing. Mistook belladonna for elderberries. Scrope tried to warn her.
I'm sorry to hear that. But how do you benefit if I find the pages?
Scrope believes that a treasured Black family ring is also in the grotto. Scrope wishes to give it to the headmaster. Apollonia forbade Scrope from entering the grotto long ago. Scrope continues to honour her wishes. Scrope would not dare ask a student for help, but when Scrope learned you were looking for those pages, Scrope thought you might also find the ring.
I'll go. How did you know? What happened to your ear?
How did you injure your ear?
The Blacks have a tradition of decapitating their house elves when their service is no longer required. One day, dear Apollonia was understandably frustrated with Scrope and got a bit too eager with a cleaver. Scrope was able to convince the sweet girl of his value and now views this small injury as a reminder of her good heart.
I'll go. Tell me about the ring.
Tell me more about this treasured ring.
Oh, it's adorned with the Black family crest. The headmaster would be pleased with Scrope for returning it.
I'll go. Tell me about the ring. How did you know about the book?
How did you know that I'd found a book? And that it's missing pages?
Scrope and the other house elves are good at staying out of sight. Scrope hears and sees many things in the castle. Scrope knows how to keep secrets.
I'll go.
It seems this may help us both. I shall do it.
Scrope is relieved. Scrope hoped the young Slytherin would be willing to help. Take this toast to the grotto just down the coast and place it on the pedestal there. Good luck. Scrope will wait right here for you. Best of luck finding your pages. And the ring.
The tool wheel tab is useful for dealing with higher level combat situations. Combat plants and potions can give you an advantage against tougher enemies.
Levioso. Expelliarmus.
Escape. Lumos. Incendio. Oxio. Restart from last checkpoint. Our Revelio can sometimes help reveal the solution to a difficult magic puzzle.
Best of luck finding your pages. And the ring.
Level. Settings. Inventory. Quest items. Toast. Toast. Level. 13. The tool wheel tab is useful for dealing with higher level combat situations. Combat plants and potions can give you an advantage against tougher enemies.
Why would I need a piece of toast? I suppose that's where it goes.
Revelio.
Level. 13. Quests. Level. Owl Post. Map. Flames locations. Hogwarts. This is your location. Scrope's last hope. Scrope says, the Great Hall. Ghost of our love. I discovered Apollonia, descending for sweets. Mouse right button. Mouse right, descending force, ghost of our, Ghost of our love. Scrope's last hope, Scrope's last hope. Ghost of our love. The Great Hall. Four. Felix Fullet, Maxima Potion. Purchase the recipe.
Could it be? A visitor? Oh! Ah! Ooh! Ah! The name's Richard Jackdaw. I was a student, just like you, about a century ago. How in the world did you find this place?
A house elf named Scrope sent me. Said I might find a black family ring here.
Ah. Sorry to say, I sold the ring a long time ago. Poor Scrope. Still holds a candle for Apollonia, I reckon. Can't say I blame him. I stole all these treasures just to impress her. Alas, 'twas to no avail. I thought a secret map I pilfered from Peeves would pique her interest. But she simply rolled her eyes. What would I want with yellowed old pages torn from a book? Not my finest moment.
May I have them? Hand them over.
I'd like to have those pages if you don't mind.
They're not here. I thought if Apollonia wasn't interested in the map on the pages, perhaps it would lead to something that would intrigue her. So, I followed the map to what I can only describe as an enchanted cave of some kind. And you see what happened next? Here's an idea. Why don't you meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll show you where to find the pages?
I'll see you at the forest. How did you steal from Peeves?
How is it possible to steal from Peeves? A poltergeist?
I didn't steal the pages from his ghostly form. I merely found them in his wake of destruction. He has a penchant for wrecking things. Books, bottles, suits of armor, whatever's sure to cause the most chaos. He dropped them after a particularly aggressive romp through the library.
I'll see you at the forest. How did you lose your head?
Why did I need the toast to get in here?
Oh, that was Apollonia's idea. Seems some squids love toast. They should have taught you that at Hogwarts.
I'll see you at the forest. How did you lose your head?
I think I can guess how you died, but who did it to you?
I was having a look around when I suddenly sensed a refreshing breeze. After that, I felt, well, lightheaded. That's all I remember. Hence, if you do visit the cave, be prepared. I can't tell you what for specifically, but you seem a perceptive sort. Beware a light breeze.
I'll see you at the forest.
I suppose if that's the only way for me to get those pages, I'll meet you at the forest.
I'm sure the pages are still tucked in my waistcoat. If you don't mind the sight of a, well, my decapitated skeleton, they're yours for the taking.
Escape. Back.
A map. It doesn't appear to be connected to the missing pages. Best hang on to it for now.
Revelio. Ha.
4. 6. 4. Venomous Tentacula.
Revelio. Hello, Scrope. Thanks to you, I was able to enter Apollina's grotto. The toast was the key. I met a ghost there, Richard Jackdaw, who's agreed to lead me to the pages I've been looking for.
Phew, that boy was never good enough for Apollonia. Oh, what of the Black family ring?
I'm sorry to say that Jackdaw sold it long ago.
Sad news indeed. Scrope shall need to think of another way to impress the headmaster. Well, Scrope takes some consolation in knowing that the young Slytherin found what they needed.
I did. Thank you again, Scrope. You're a credit to House Elves.
Map. The Highlands, South Hog, North Hog, Forbidden For, Hogsmeade. Hogwarts map, Hogwarts map, Flurflame's locations, the Great Hall. The Great Hall. Descending Four Suite, Viaduct Courtyard. Viaduct Court, the Great Hall. The Grand Staircase. Slytherin Common Room, the Appearance. Some quests feature rewards like new spells. Caps Lock Target Lock is an effective tool against any enemy you want to combo, or otherwise find difficult to track.
This Daedalian Keys challenge is coming along nicely. Lumos. Revelio.
Map. Flurflame's exit. The Great Hall. Descending Four Suite, Viaduct Court, mouse right button. Descending for, mouse right button. Mouse right, the Great Hall.
Revelio.
House Point Hourglasses. Guide pages.
It's me, Gareth. Do you have a moment?
Were you calling me, Gareth?
I was. After you helped me with that Fupa feather and potions, I reckoned you might be just the person I need. You see, I have an idea for a fizzing Whizbee-inspired beverage, but I'm missing a key ingredient.
I can't wait to see what you brew up.
You and your concoctions. I don't know how you come up with these things.
It's a gift, truly. So, I suspect the key ingredient in fizzing Whizbees is dried billywig stings. I heard there's a store of them in Honeyduke's cellar. I'd get them myself, but my Aunt Matilda has her eye on me. Thinks I need to focus on potions class for a while, not for my own brews. I was hoping you could follow a secret passage to Honeyduke's cellar and grab a few dried billywig stings for me.
I'd be happy to. It sounds rather untoward. Secret passage? Right up my...
Of course. You never know when you might need a quick means of escape from the castle.
Brilliant, thank you. But you should know that it's not exactly quick. It's the secret bit that's helpful. The passage is hidden behind the statue of a one-eyed witch in the third-floor corridor. Just tap it with your wand and say, Descendium.
I'll give it a try. Can't someone...
Are you asking me to steal from a shop?
Goodness, it's not as if I'm asking you to rob Gringotts. Honeyduke's is more than enough, and I only need a few. It's a sweets ingredient. They won't be missed. Trust me.
I'll give it a try.
Couldn't you have someone buy the dried billywig stings?
They're not for sale, and you never know when the cellar's going to be locked. So, the reliable way in and out is through the secret entrance.
I'll give it a try.
I'll see what I can do, Gareth.
Fair enough. You shall be the first one to taste my newest brew if you can be of help. Perhaps I can convince a meat to help me with my potions homework. Get my aunt to loosen her reins a bit.
I'll need to get those dried billywig stings for Gareth if he's to finish his latest concoction. A one-eyed witch statue shouldn't be too hard to find. Revelio. Accio. This looks like the right statue. Now, what was the password? Descendium.
Caps lock. The appearance of any gear can be altered in the gear menu to look like any other base.
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
Revelio.
Lumos. A lift. Must be how I get down. Looks broken, though.
Escape. Back. Lumos. Utility. Reparo. Utility.
Reparo.
I need to fix the lift before I can use it. That seems to have done the trick.
Revelio.
Lumos. This castle will never cease to surprise me.
Revelio.
Escape. Back. Incendio.
Incendio. Revelio.
I'm trapped. How am I supposed to get out of here?
Levioso. Accio. Revelio.
I'm going to have to get past this.
Levioso. Revelio.
Escape. Lumos. Reparo.
Reparo. Levioso. Reparo. Revelio.
Escape. Lumos. Incendio. Damage.
Incendio.
One more to go and I'll make it across.
Escape. Reparo.
Reparo. Levioso.
Something is getting in the way of that platform.
Accio. Levioso.
Perhaps I should cast Accio to get that frame out of the way first.
Accio.
Levioso! Aha! Got it. Revelio. This must be the way out. I need to find a way to open that gate. Levioso. Here.
Escape. Expelliarmus. Incendio.
Incendio. Revelio. Something smells sweet. Must be close to Honeydukes.
Escape. Disillusionment. The appearance. Our Revelio can sometimes help reveal the solution to a difficult magic puzzle.
Honeydukes. I can smell the chocolate. Now, where would I find the dried billywig stings for Gareth? Revelio. I have the dried billywig stings. Now, back to Gareth. I can only imagine how his new recipe is going to turn out.
Some enemies are vulnerable to certain spells and techniques in your arsenal. Escape. Incendio. Damage. Its range is short and requires you to be close to the target. This
Incendio. Protego. Incendio. Revelio.
Field guide challenges are the only way to earn experience points and levels. New challenges will be discovered as you advance.
Hello again. Were you able to get to Honeydukes?
Hello, Gareth. I have those dried billywig stings.
You got them! Incredible.
Here they are. All yours. For a fee.
Getting them was more work than I expected. I'd like to be paid for my time.
Course. Didn't think it would be that much trouble, but I'm happy to pay for your help. Thank you again. I'll let you know when I brewed my first batch of fizzing whiz beer.
Space bar. Slap. Escape. Back.
Revelio.
The Great Hall ceiling. Space bar. Slap. Escape. Back.
Revelio. Lumos.
Revelio.
Owl lectern.
Lumos.
Level. Inventory. Inventory. Quest item. Arithmancy. Map with floating candles. Level. Inventory. Collections. Revelio pages. 32 out of 150. Field guide pages discovered with enemies. 13 out of 69. Adversaries met during your adventures, or conjurations. 3 out of 140. Decorations and gameplay stations conjured in the Room of Requirement. Conjuration spellcrafts can be found in collection chests and purchased in Hogsmeade. Conjurations. Level. Gear. Gear. Handwear. Mahogany fingerless, black leather mahogany fingerless gloves. Superb. Handwear. Handwear appearance. Hogwarts regalia gloves. Facewear. Equipped item. Facewear. Quidditch goggle. Equipped item. Quidditch goggles. Headwear. Stylish top hat. Equipped item. Indigo sorcerer hat. Superb. Required level. Facewear. Headwear. Zonko's chief, dark arts hat. Hogwarts neckwear. 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 Loosened brown pommet scarf. Equipped item. Loosened brown pommet scarf. Well appointed. Sienna bloom scarf. Inventory. Level. 14. Level. Owl post.